Jen with Ramshackle Homestead and Survival, and I was just contemplating finishing getting this wall done right here. When I say done, I mean demolishing it so I could build something else. Actually, we're going to move our bedroom down here. It was upstairs in a sleeping loft type situation, but the stairs are a little bit cumbersome, treacherous if you're not fully awake or if you're really sore from doing a lot of physical activity the day before. So we thought it would be best to move it downstairs. That way we could be closer to the wood stove too, to stoke it when it gets in the colder months. Just all around gonna work better. But anyway, we have to do some demolition, of course, first to get this out of the way, and then I'll build the platform for the mattress to go on. And that's what I'm like trying to wrap my head around, is how to get this foam mattress from upstairs, because it was rolled up, you know, when I got it, and then it springs out, and you know, those things cannot be easy to put back in, and there's no way to get it out any other way. So that's going to be a wrestling match. So I can't wait for that. So stay tuned. We're going to have lots of fun. Of course, I can't find my pry bars this morning. So it is what it is. I had another hammer, a little fun size hammer. Check this out. It'll have to work. So in here, if you haven't gotten a good idea of how it's like to go up the stairs, never mind the mess, it is. So anyway, here's our sleeping area. And we just have this one window that we have to put the air conditioner in, and it's no fun to have it blowing on you. So this is going to be a better area for my sewing room. Lots of natural light, and it'll just be better all around, because this is how much space we have to turn and get up in the bed and stuff. It's very narrow. I mean, it's, let's see, so probably about less than a foot. So I got to take apart that because I want to reuse this wood right here for the bed downstairs. So I might, I don't know. See, it's, my life's a game of Tetris, basically. I'm gonna have to get this off, I think. And all the while I have to make sure I don't fall off in the abyss. Huh, that wasn't that bad. So what we got here is just plywood. That'll work. I just hit my knee. So, fun fact, he built this bed when we only had a ladder. So, this piece cannot go down. Oh, I hit my funny bone. Oh, can't go down like it is. So, I was set aside. See, it's not that bad. So last night I did a bunch of cutting after dark with a headlamp. I don't recommend it, but it was what it was. I kind of got distracted doing other goat stuff in the afternoon, so it was so nice out, a beautiful fall day, so I had to take advantage of that. But anyway, I did get the basic framework up, was able to salvage some of the pieces from the previous bed. I just had to cut them down a little bit. So here's the supports, and those were used in the bed upstairs, and I just cut out a notch. This was the old door frame that was in the other bed, and I just ripped it. I didn't want the full width of it. See, there's the lock. I didn't like. I figured that's not going to hurt because the slots are going to go up anyway. Not a big deal. I didn't want it on the outside because if you're popping out of bed, that might get you. So I made it so we can take down this front slat fairly easily when we want to do the floor. I mean, I would have preferred to do the floor now, but I'm not prepared for all that. So anywho. All right, I'm sitting in front of, or in the middle of my wood pile. It's been deconstructed. I've got all kinds of good stuff here that we've accumulated over probably just the last 6 months. Most of this been here. It's from sheds or barns that we've tore down, even stuff that we built here and tore down already to reuse. So things like this you can't go to a store. This has probably been in a barn for 50 to 100 years. You never know. I mean, there's some really cool pieces, like this is cypress from an old barn. You can't get that kind of character without it getting weathered over time. And there's nothing more satisfying than getting a piece of wood that you've torn down off of something that's really old and finding an awesome new place for it that just fits and works with what you're going with. It's so much easier to go to a lumber store, or a lumber yard, I mean, and pick out, you know, all new stuff, 10 foot, 12 foot long, and you just cut it up how you need it. Don't have to worry about the waste, but, you know, I feel that's almost too easy. That's what I tell myself anyway, because this wood is still good, and has character and a lot of life left in it. Hammer for fun size nails. I did get to sleep in the bed last night. I didn't video me getting the mattress down the stairs, but it didn't go too bad. I just folded it in half and pushed it down. Well, I tied it up, then pushed it down. And all that stuff under there is Keith's clothes. And to my surprise, it's going to fill up the whole area. So I reckon I'm going to have to keep my clothes somewhere else. there. So here's the finished curtain. Didn't come out exactly like I'd planned, but nothing ever does. So I was thinking I could use these clips that I had used during when we had this as a window, and the curtain rod was a lot, well, I say curtain rod, I mean conduit pipe, was a lot smaller, and you can pinch the fabric, but this conduit is an inch, so I had to do something different. So I just had some muslin laying around. I figured I'd loop it and then be able to pinch it, because this is a blanket, a wool blanket that I didn't want to necessarily cut up or sew on or anything like that. So for right now, this is just temporary, but I think it looks okay. Got this Pecky cypress, pretty cool. Of course, finished the trim around the windows and above the thing there, and under the bed I also made a storage area for Keith's clothes. So that's pretty cool. It just keeps going. It's 3 foot wide and 54 inches deep, so it'll fit a lot of stuff. I mean, you could see that there's totes in here, but for the most part it's just like, it's a free-for-all, and that's cool. But I think it's gonna work good. So in closing, I just wanted to go over a few things. I did want to mention that there was some new lumber in there. You know, I waxed on about how I like to recycle and reclaim. Well, this is brand new black walnut, and it came from our land that we had milled, so I was super excited to use it because we've been holding on to it for about 3 to 4 years. So, and then the other thing was, when Keith came home and he saw what I had done, he was like, "Oh, that's really nice," and that's all he said. Which that was fine. I mean, he acknowledged it, and then he said he needs to leave town more often, because usually I do this kind of projects when he's not around. There's not enough space, and he would be complaining the whole time that everything was all jacked up, and that's not cool, because it took me quite a few days to get this done, but I have other stuff to do, as you know, on a homestead. But anyway, the other thing lastly was, you know, this isn't a tutorial. I know that there's safer, better ways to do all of these things, but you know, for us at Ramshackle Homestead, we have to get it done with what we have. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed it, and you know, if you or just had a good laugh at me, that's fine too. I can appreciate that, because the reason I did it was, you know, to help me remember that that I can accomplish things eventually if I have enough time. And it did take me longer than I was hoping, but that's the way it goes. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless, and please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And we also on Facebook and Instagram, you can follow us there, and we also have a website, ramshacklehomesteadsurvival.com. So check us out on all that stuff, and we appreciate y'all. Thanks.